was Cessnock. You've never lived unless you've been on the Cessnock Underground.
I wrote that song because, to me, as to other Glaswegians, there's something very special about dirty, smelly places. For over 80 years, the little trains have trundled round this half-mile track, and it seemed as if they would go on forever. Now, suddenly, this weekend, it's all over, forever. I wonder if anyone ever wanted to write a song.
The end of the Glasgow subway has saddened Glaswegians from all parts of the country. There is, without doubt, nothing quite like it in Edinburgh. To an East Coaster like myself, living underground in Glasgow, its attractions are not entirely obvious. I mean, if you simply want to take a look at a surviving relic of Victorian Glasgow, fair enough. There's plenty here to marvel at, not least the fact that the Toy Town torture chambers had rattled themselves to bits. Even the most extreme Glasgow folk might have second thoughts about subjecting himself to the sounds, the smells, and the torture chambers of the Glasgow Underground. Years of neglect took their toll. The little red chambers carried fewer and fewer passengers round this half-mile circle. Even so, they had a charm of their own. Opening day, the 14th of December 1986, the people of Glasgow thronged in their thousands to give the Underground a welcome usually reserved for visiting Glaswegian royalty. But the day of tragedy ended in tragedy when one train crashed into the Clyde. Since then, the Underground has given 8 years faithful service, with some of the original coaches remaining in service after rattling around for more than 5 miles. What's the attraction of the Underground? To someone like myself from a dirty, smelly place, it seems like Edinburgh.
In symbolic terms, every Glaswegian has Christmas every day because he owns his own Christmas train set. You know, it's the biggest Christmas train set in the world, and people with from other cities like Paris and Moscow and Christmas and New York come here and adore this because it really is the Christmas railway. It's the railway of dreams.
If you look at the stock, you can see it's to an old design, and I think it is a real tribute to the carriage builders of 8 years ago that such stock can still be used today.
A group of workers from that Underground are among those paying their last respects. Why have they joined the pilgrimage?
To say farewell, really.
Why would you want to say farewell to a subway? What is the attraction of the Glasgow subway to someone like yourself?
I think the ancient style, the friendliness of the rolling stock.
The Underground was due to close this Sunday with a flourish. Half a ticket had been printed for people wanting to say fair enough to the wee red trains. But cracks appeared in the station roof, and that was that.
I thought I'd bring the Underground before his first and last ride on Andrew before it closed next week. We were planning to go to Systems to see the exhibition there.
Do you like Undergrounds?
No.
What would you say to people who suggested travelling by the subway is the best way to see Glasgow, because you don't see Glasgow?
That's a very interesting idea. What you do see is the most important thing in Glasgow. Dirty, smelly Glaswegians. The subway is absolutely and richly and magically polluted with dirty, smelly Glaswegians.
We do cannibalise, believe you me.
I demand it to be modernised, and I only hope that the new, trendy Christmas 1990s Underground keeps some of the dirty, smelly magic that we have in this one.
Like what?
Giving you the chance to look at trendy ladies in the seat opposite and dream dirty, smelly dreams. It's a railroad of dreams, my boy. It's a railroad of dreams.
So it's the end of the line for the wee men and women, and in a way for the red trains who've kept them going. Although many of them will transfer to the new Underground, it'll never be quite the same.
If I was to say to you the word underground, what would you think of? Old, dirty, needs billions of pounds spent on it? Well, let me tell you, there's another underground system in the UK that very few people know about. It's old, dirty, needs billions of pounds spent on it, and what's more, it's in my hometown of Glasgow.